Welcome back to another Retro Shelf video. At the recent Zap Live event there were free books being signed. I was signing copies of C64 Nightmares, Steve Turner and Andrew Braybrook were signing copies of The Graphical story, and Rob Hubbard was signing copies of Master of Magic. This book is in conjunction with C64 Audio and Fusion Retro Books, and as you can see it's credited to Chris Abbott, Rob Hubbard and Professor Kenny McAlpine. And as it says on the back, Rob Hubbard is a video game industry legend, his music career across the 1980s and 1990s inspiring fans and peers alike. This official and definitive book takes you through Rob's career, game by game chronologically, allowing you to follow his career and creative journey in unprecedented clarity. Enjoy Rob's own memories, expert commentary and analysis, amazing anecdotes, technical details and review summaries. Explore every single Rob Hubbard tune on every single platform with a 120GB media gallery of audio, video, sheet music, source code, disassemblies and more. Rob deserves this book, and so do you. So let's have a look inside, and first thing we see is Rob Hubbard's signature on the Sunday morning when he was signing more of the books. That's when I picked up my copy. And I'm actually covering up the QR code here. Designed to feel like a classic video game magazine, Master of Magic is a feast for the eyes. Gives access to the media gallery. Rob's cupboard is packed with hidden gems. It's not just Rob's story. It's a compelling and historically important look behind the scenes of 80s and 90s Western gaming. And as you can see, this book wouldn't have been possible without the following: writing, research, additional research, art and design by Ian Flory, additional artistic material, media gallery, Russell F. Howard being an important figure there, additional material from multiple writers there, proofreaders, additional thanks to Jason Page, Steve Green, Chris Wilkins, Roger Keane and Max Hall. And then we see games and features. It's effectively the index of what's in the book. And this is the first major section, the timeline. So it goes all the way back to Rob buying his Commodore 64 in November 1983. Tells you when he was working on the games and when the games themselves were published. Key events in his career. For example, moving to the USA in January 1988. All the games he released, and then more recently work he's done in recent years. And this is my introduction to talking about Rob and Chris's work. Rob Through the Ages, some photo evidence there, a brief history of Rob by Chris Abbott, the early days of Sid and C64, and then into the game section, Up, Up and Away, Razzmatazz, music examples, an early interview there, Confusion from Incentive, Action Biker featuring Clumsy Colin, Thing on a Spring, obviously well known as one of his early classics, Monty on the Run with that amazing violin solo, 5 title tunes, including sheet music there, Hunter Patrol, Battle of Britain, Gremlins, never released but thought lost, Jeff Cape's Strongman, One Man and His Droid, particular favourite of mine, that one, Jerry the Germ, some great tunes in that, Commando and the story of how he wrote it, Elite's Offices, Crazy Comets, Simon Nicol and Martek, Zoids, The Battle Begins, Expert Eye with Professor Kenny McAlpine there, Master of Magic, another of my absolute favourites, The Human Race, obviously then reused in Gold Runner, one of the subtunes, The Last V8, Chimera, Phantom of the Asteroid, the Game Killer cartridge had Rob music inside, Rasputin, Show Jumping from Alligator, Proteus, Formula 1 Simulator, Spellbound, another classic tune, International Karate, showing why it's not just based on Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. Warhawk from Firebird, so Proteus became Warhawk. Las Vegas Video Poker, Samantha Fox Strip Poker, Bump Set Spike, Kentilla, Thrust, another classic, Nighttime, Five-Side Soccer, Ninja, and as you can see there's screenshots, cover shots, inlay, scans, enlargements, Hollywood or Bust, the Chicken Song for Compunet, so fun little interlude in Rob's career, War from Martek, Flash Gordon, Captain Zap, Chain Reaction, Fallon Music for Sanxion, Sigma 7, Knucklebusters, Light Force, another classic, Thanatos, based on Julian Breeze's tune, Tarzan, Food Feud, never released, Jet Set Willy, Escape from Singe's Castle, interesting reading there about how he created the tunes, Delta and its famous Mixi Load, Deep Strike, Gold Runner on the ST, Ace 2, Shockwave Rider, another tune I do love, Saboteur 2, amazing artwork from Clive Townsend, Have We Designed Monty, written in conjunction with Ben Dalgleish, and a short piece there, Remembering Ben, Nemesis the Warlock, Wiz, Pandora, 19 Bootcamp Part 1, which includes Rob's cover of the Paul Hardcastle track, Eyeball, well remembered for its speech, Hydra Fool, Transatlantic Balloon Challenge, IK Plus, also known as Chop and Drop in the States, Trojan, an unreleased conversion for Elite, Pulsator, Bangkok Nights, and then things like the driver update telling you what Rob's changed in his driver or added to it, Star Paws, do enjoy Star Paws, good game, Thundercats, BMX Kids, more samples there, and here you can see actual machine code, Jupiter Pro Microdeal on 16-bit, Arcade Classics with the amazing sampled guitar, Ricochet, another fun one with some samples in it, Mega Apocalypse, and then the classic Skate or Die. And more changes to the driver, Jordan versus Bird, again we're in samples here, Power Play Hockey, Kings of the Beach, Populous, 688 Tax Sub, Rob Hubbard meets the MT32 sound card, Lakers versus Celtics in the playoffs, Budokan the Martial Spirit, Indianapolis 500, Ski or Die, Skate or Die 2, The Immortal, Low Blow, Defender of Rome, Battle Squadron, and then the John Madden franchise. Rob worked on multiple versions of that, PGA Tour Golf franchise. So you're onto the consoles now, Road Rash series, the NHL, early NHL games, James Bond 2 Robocard, Desert Strike, Return to the Golf. Brilliant title tune from Rob there. Sherlock Holmes, The Chaos of the Serrated Scalpel, The Lost Files of Sherlock Holmes, MLBPA Baseball, another franchise, IMG International Tour Tennis, Operation Jumpgate, Era of a Dylon, the War Game, Rob's Life, the game, inspired by the game Mikey, and there was a version called My Life, and then it had Rob added to it to become Rob's Life. Robo Rob from Ian Florey. Go-Go Dash, the mobile game from Hull College Group. Rob reworks, so his own remixes of his music, which became part of the Back in Time CD, and early sheet music there. And then talking about the Back in Time concert where Rob performed, the 8-bit Symphony concert for which Rob created some of the orchestration. Even featured on TV there. Recording in Prague for 8-bit Symphony Pro. A deep dive into Rob's driver and how it works. and also about setting sound effects and samples. And that's not the end of the story, because there will be a second volume called Spellbound, featuring more technical details, more behind the scenes anecdotes, and more about how Rob actually created many of those classic tunes. So keep your eyes on c64audio.com and fusionretrobooks.com for more details on that, and stay tuned to my channel for more retro shelf, merch stand, unboxing and gameplay videos. It's time to look at another book that I got at Zap Live 2024. There were 3 signings going on during the weekend. There was myself signing C64 Nightmares. There was Steve Turner and Andrew Braybrook signing the graphical story. And at long last, Project Hubbard has resulted in the Rob Hubbard book, Master of Magic. As you can see from the cover, it's credited to Chris Abbott, Rob Hubbard himself, and Professor Kenny McAlpine. So this is by C64 Audio in conjunction with Fusion Retrobooks. Rob Hubbard is a video game industry legend. His music career across the 1980s and 1990s inspiring fans and peers alike. This official and definitive book takes you through Rob's career game by game chronologically, allowing you to follow his career